If you got a property tax bill this year and your stomach dropped when you saw the number, I want you to keep watching for the next 12 minutes. Because there is a process built into the law of every single state in America that lets you challenge your property tax assessment, force the county to justify the number they came up with, and in many cases get your tax bill reduced by hundreds or even thousands of dollars per year for the rest of the time you own your home. It is called a property tax appeal. It is your legal right as a homeowner. The county does not advertise it. Your assessor will not call you to remind you, and the deadlines to file are short, often only 30 to 60 days from the date you receive your assessment notice. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly when you can appeal, the evidence that actually wins appeals, the 4 mistakes that cause most homeowners to lose, and the step-by-step process to file your appeal, whether you do it yourself or hire someone to help you. Let me start with something most homeowners never realize. The number on your property tax bill is not based on what your house is actually worth in any objective sense. It is based on what one person, the county assessor, decided your house is worth, using a mass appraisal system that values thousands of homes at the same time, using computer models. These models are good in general, but they are wrong in specific cases all the time. They do not know that your foundation has a crack. They do not know that the comparable home down the street sold for less because the buyers were family. They do not know that your neighborhood got noisier when a new highway opened. They do not know any of the dozens of details that make your home different from the data points the model is using. When the assessor is wrong, you pay the bill, unless you appeal. Here is the reality almost no senior homeowner knows. In most counties, when homeowners do appeal, they win or get a partial reduction somewhere between 30 and 60% of the time. The success rates are not 5 or 10%. They are not impossibly hard cases. Property tax appeals are won by ordinary homeowners every single day, and they are won mostly by the homeowners who took the process seriously enough to gather a small amount of specific evidence and show up. So who should consider filing an appeal? You should at least look closely at your assessment if any of these describe you. Your assessed value went up more than 8 to 10% in a single year. Your assessed value is higher than the recent sale price of similar homes near you. Your home has problems the assessor cannot see from the outside, like a damaged foundation, an old roof, outdated plumbing, foundation settlement, water damage, or other deferred maintenance. Your neighbor has a similar or larger home that is assessed for less than yours. Or you simply have not had your assessment reviewed in many years, and you suspect the records the county is using are out of date. If any of these apply to you, the rest of this video matters. Let me walk you through the 4 pieces of evidence that actually win property tax appeals, because the difference between winning and losing almost always comes down to whether you brought the right kind of proof. The first piece of evidence is recent comparable sales. These are sales of homes similar to yours that happened in the last 12 months in your neighborhood. The county appraiser used comparable sales to come up with their number. You are going to use better, more accurate comparable sales to challenge it. Aim for 3 to 5 sales of homes within a half mile of yours, similar in square footage, similar in age, similar in number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and similar in lot size. You can find these sales on Zillow, Redfin, or your county recorder's website. Print them out. The closer to your home and the more similar in features, the better. Avoid using foreclosure sales or family transfers. Those do not count as fair market comparisons. The second piece of evidence is photographs of your home's condition. If your home has any problems that lower its market value, photographs are how you prove it. Crack in the foundation, aging roof with visible wear, old windows that need replacement, water damage in a basement, outdated kitchen or bathrooms, aging HVAC. Take clear, dated photographs of every problem, and write down what the repair would cost based on a contractor estimate or a reasonable online estimate. The assessor's computer model assumed your home is in average condition. You are proving it is below average. The third piece of evidence is information about your neighbor's assessments. In most states, property assessment records are public. You can look up what your neighbor's homes are assessed at by visiting the county assessor's website or by asking the office directly. If you find similar homes in your neighborhood that are assessed for significantly less than yours, that is powerful evidence of an unfair assessment. Print out a list of 3 to 5 neighboring properties, their square footage, their features, and their current assessment. This is sometimes called the equity argument, and in some states it is a stronger legal basis for appeal than market value alone. The fourth piece of evidence is errors in the county's own records. Go to your county assessor's website and pull up the record for your home. Check every detail: square footage, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, lot size, year built, whether the basement is finished or unfinished, whether the home has a garage and how many cars it holds. You would be amazed how often county records list a home as having 2,400 square feet when it actually has 2,100, or list a basement as finished when it is not, or list 4 bedrooms when there are 3. Every error in the county's favor is an error you can correct, and every correction lowers your assessed value. Now let me give you the 4 mistakes that cause most homeowners to lose their appeals, because avoiding these is just as important as gathering the right evidence. The first mistake is missing the deadline. Property tax appeal deadlines vary by state and county, but they are almost always short, and they are almost always strict. In many places, you have only 30 days from the date on your assessment notice to file. Some counties give 45 or 60 days. A handful give 90. If you miss the deadline by a single day, you cannot appeal that year's assessment at all. You have to wait a full year before you can try again. The moment you get your assessment notice, look for the appeal deadline printed on it and put it on your calendar in 2 places. The second mistake is arguing about your tax bill instead of your assessed value. Appeal boards do not have the power to lower your tax rate. They cannot decide whether the county is spending too much. They cannot give you a discount because you are on a fixed income or because the increase is too much for you to afford. The only thing they can decide is whether your home's assessed value is accurate. Every argument you make has to come back to that one question. Stay focused on the value, not the bill. The third mistake is showing up emotional instead of prepared. Appeal hearings are short, often only 10 to 20 minutes. The appeal board members are not interested in how upset you are. They are looking for specific evidence about your home's value. If you walk in with frustration but no comparable sales, no photos, and no notes, you will lose. If you walk in calmly with a folder of 3 to 5 comparable sales, photos of your home's condition, and a list of corrections to the county's records, you have a real chance of winning. The fourth mistake is not appealing in years when the increase is small. Many homeowners only appeal when they get hit with a big assessment increase. But here's the thing. Every year you do not appeal, your assessment becomes the new baseline. Small increases compound over time. The homeowners who pay the lowest property taxes in any neighborhood are usually the ones who appeal every few years to make sure their assessments stay accurate, not just the years when they are shocked by the number. Now let me walk you through the step-by-step process to actually file your appeal. Step 1 is to find your appeal deadline and your appeal form. Both are usually on your county assessor's website. Look for words like Notice of Valuation, Appeal Process, or Board of Equalization. If you cannot find it online, call the county assessor's office directly and ask. They have to tell you. Step 2 is to gather your evidence. 3 to 5 comparable sales of homes near yours that sold for less than your assessed value. Photographs of any condition issues with your home, with cost estimates. A list of similar homes in your neighborhood assessed for less than yours. A list of any errors in the county's record for your home. Put all of this in one folder. Step 3 is to file your appeal in writing by the deadline. Most counties accept appeals online, by mail, or in person. Whichever you choose, keep a date-stamped copy of your filing and confirm receipt. If you mail it, send it certified. Step 4 is to prepare for your hearing if one is scheduled. Not every appeal gets a hearing. In many cases, an informal review happens first, and the county may simply lower your assessment based on the paperwork you submitted. If a hearing is scheduled, plan to attend, bring duplicates of your evidence, and practice saying out loud what you want to say in 5 to 10 minutes. Keep it about the value of your home, not about your tax bill or your circumstances. Step 5 is to consider whether you want help. You can absolutely do this yourself, and many seniors do successfully every year. But there are also professionals who handle property tax appeals on a contingency basis, meaning they get paid only if they win you a reduction. Their fee is usually 30 to 50% of the first year's tax savings. If your assessment is high, the math can work out well even after their fee. The risk is low because you only pay if they save you money. Look for local property tax consultants in your area. Ask about their success rate and read reviews carefully before signing anything. Step 6 is to keep records of everything, even after you win. If you get a reduction this year, file the paperwork away and put a reminder on your calendar for next year to compare your new assessment to last year's reduced number. Counties sometimes try to claw back the reduction in the following year, and you want to be ready to fight again if they do. A few additional notes that apply specifically to seniors. Some states allow seniors to combine a successful appeal with a senior property tax exemption, freeze, or deferral program, the ones we covered in the earlier property tax video. If you win a lower assessment and then apply for a senior freeze, the freeze will lock in your assessment at the lower number, saving you money every year for the rest of your time in the home. This double benefit is one of the most powerful moves available to senior homeowners, and almost nobody knows about it. Also, if you are over 65 and you receive an assessment notice you do not understand, many counties have free assistance programs for senior taxpayers. Call your county assessor's office and ask if they have a senior taxpayer assistance line, or call your local area agency on aging through the elder care locator at 1-800-677-1116 for a referral to free help in your area. Let me close with this. The property tax system in this country was built on a basic deal. The county appraises your home. You pay the tax. If the appraisal is wrong, you have the right to challenge it. That right exists in every state, for every homeowner, every single year. But the system only works for the homeowners who know the deal exists and use it. The county is not going to remind you. The assessor is not going to lower your bill out of fairness. The neighbors who pay less than you are not going to share their tax records voluntarily. The only thing standing between you and a fair assessment is whether you take the time to gather your evidence and file before the deadline. If this video helped you, please share it with another senior homeowner in your life. Your neighbor, your sibling, your friend who lives down the street. Because most senior homeowners overpay their property taxes for years, simply because nobody ever explained to them how the appeal process works. And if you want more videos like this one, breaking down the rules that actually affect seniors in plain English, hit subscribe. New videos every few days on Social Security, Medicare, property taxes, banking, and the laws that actually affect your retirement. Take care of yourself, take care of your home, and I will see you in the next one.